The United States woke up to a landmark legal moment on 20th February, and if you are trying to make sense of it, you're not alone. The US Supreme Court, in a 6-3 ruling, struck down President Donald Trump's sweeping global tariffs, declaring them illegal. The court ruled that Trump had overstepped his authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, a law that the majority argued was never meant to hand a president unchecked power to impose broad trade penalties on the entire world. It was a significant moment, the kind that doesn't happen often, and it sent shockwaves through markets, trade ministries, and legal circles almost instantly. But before anyone could celebrate, Trump was already at the microphone. For India, the immediate question is obvious. Does this ruling mean relief for Indian exporters who have been paying an additional 10% tariff on goods shipped to the United States? The short answer, not yet, and possibly not at all. While the ruling is a significant legal blow to the administration, any refund on tariffs already paid would require further court proceedings or congressional action. Indian exporters, particularly in sectors like textiles, pharmaceuticals, and engineering goods, are watching closely, but trade lawyers caution that the road from a court ruling to actual financial relief is long and uncertain. There is no automatic mechanism that returns money already collected at the border. Any such relief would have to be fought for, in courts or through diplomatic channels. So for now, Indian businesses breathe a cautious sigh, but they don't exhale fully, because here's where it gets interesting. Trump isn't out of options. Not even close. And he made that clear almost immediately after the ruling came down. Here's what he said.
In order to protect, and it says so, in order to protect our country, a president can actually charge more tariffs than I was charging in the past period of a year under the various tariff authorities. So we can use other of the statutes, other of the tariff authorities, which have also been confirmed and are fully allowed. Therefore, effective immediately, all national security tariffs under Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs, they're existing, they're there, remain in place, fully in place, and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies.
That's the president essentially turning a legal setback into a policy announcement in real time. And just hours later, the White House released an official fact sheet making it official. So what exactly did Trump sign, and what does it mean? Under Section 122 of the Trade Act of 1974, the president has authority to impose emergency import duties to address what the White House is calling fundamental international payment problems. The justification is significant. The US goods trade deficit exploded by over 40% during the Biden years, reaching $1.2 trillion in 2024. And America's net international investment position, essentially what the country owes the world versus what the world owes it, stood at a negative $26 trillion at the end of last year. That's 89% of the entire US GDP. The White House calls it the most negative such position of any country on earth. The new 10% tariff kicks in on February 24th. That's this Monday, and it runs for 150 days. Now here's where the details matter, especially for India. Not everything is being hit equally. The White House has carved out a significant list of exemptions. Pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical ingredients are exempt, so are critical minerals, energy products, certain electronics, passenger vehicles, and aerospace products. Certain agricultural goods like beef, tomatoes, and oranges are also spared. For India, the pharma exemption is a meaningful relief. India is one of the largest suppliers of generic medicines to the United States, and had that sector been hit, the consequences would have been severe. But textiles, one of India's other major export categories, are not on the exemption list. Neither are engineering goods. So the picture is mixed. There's also a notable carve out for USMCA compliant goods from Canada and Mexico, meaning America's immediate neighbors get a pass, India does not. So here's where things stand. The Supreme Court ruled that Trump's original tariff mechanism was illegal. Trump responded within hours, invoking 3 separate legal authorities, keeping existing tariffs in place, and adding a fresh 10% global levy under Section 122, effective this Monday. The White House has backed it with a detailed economic justification and a list of exemptions that will shape which countries and sectors feel the most heat. For India, the ruling offers a legal precedent but no immediate financial relief. The pharma sector gets breathing room, textiles and engineering goods do not. And with the new Section 301 investigations being launched into what the White House calls unfair trading practices, the pressure on India's trade relationship with the United States is far from over. The court changed the legal basis, it did not change the direction. With Jyoti Shukla, Bureau Report, India Today Global.